First off, this is a fantastic 5-out play. This is a great wing to corner pin down where that corner player then curls towards the high post. And of course, this player then, the point guard, passes to Jaden Ivey. After Jaden Ivey cuts towards that high post, he receives that ball, and as we can see, this defender is not looking at his man. This defender is not looking at his man. He's looking at Jaden Ivey, and as well as this guy as well. Everyone's looking at Jaden Ivey. He is a scorer. When you are a scorer on the court, you're going to draw a lot of attention. You need to know how to pass, because if you've got players who are paying attention to you, guess what? If you've got smart teammates who cut back door, you're going to be basically giving yourself easy assists all game long. Make sure to go check out the complete guide to the 5-out basketball offense down below, but also, if you're a player, make sure to go check out the hardest basketball shooting workout as well. I say this because, of course, Jaden Ivey is a fantastic shooter, and if you want to be a great shooter, you're going to need that book, that workout. But why is he such a great shooter? Well, he's got teammates who space the floor. This was a skip pass through, which is very risky, but guess what? Jaden Ivey's man leaves him to go guard that corner. This corner man makes the extra pass to Jaden Ivey, who then steps into the shot left-right, so that he can get that shot off. See, when you're a right-handed player, you receive that ball, you want to go left-right. That's going to allow your right side to get in line with the basket so that you can make those shots. So what does he do really well here? Well, first off, he picks up that ball. He knows that this player is going to be driving down that open gap of a lane right there because he's got two defenders on him. He makes a quick pass, like if he's about to do a bounce pass on this side. That gets the defender's shoulders facing half court while this guy is cutting towards the rim. This guy needed to turn around and he didn't do that. That player then continues to cut, and because now this player is stuck behind him, Chet Holmgren can pass that ball over top, and when that happens, it's a wide open lane and wide open layup. What should have really happened was, of course, this man should have dropped down, but there's some issues with that too. Because of Chet Holmgren's size, if this guy dropped it down on let's say a fake pass in, this could have been a quick, very fast skip pass out to the corner for a 3. Because of Chet's size, this is a super deadly play. Because what will happen is, coming off of a backdoor cut, or even like, let's say this is a cut like this. Let's say there's an off-ball screen, right? And we have somebody like a Josh Giddey cutting towards the basket. If one or both of these players go in, Chet Holmgren has more options than just passing to the middle. Because of his height, he can pass over multiple players. So he can kick to the corner, he can skip pass it out to the corner, and either way, he's going to get an assist. Also, the fact that he's going to be drawing up players like Taco Fall. Now, this is not Taco Fall, but he's going to be drawing up those 7-footers away from the paint, which will open up opportunities for other players on his team. That's why I like tall guys who can play the point, who can play the perimeter, because that draws those big guys away from the key. And if that big guy wants to sit his butt in the key and you've got somebody who can shoot threes like Chet, he's going to get a lot of wide open threes. See, the thing with Victor Wembanyama is he can give space. Look at the amount of space he's giving right now. If this is Steph Curry, guess what? That's a blocked shot. That's because Victor Wembanyama's wingspan and length in general is absolutely insane. He can get these blocks and still not even land anywhere close to that shooter. That's why he's able to block shots consistently and not get foul calls on him. Now, this isn't exactly fair. He's got a player who's a center, and of course he's tall in general, but that's not too bad of a fake. That player does take too long to turn back around and pivot, but even with that secondary pivot step, he still gets blocked as well. Victor Wembanyama does not jump for fakes. He doesn't care because he doesn't have to. He's long enough to not care. Now, this is one thing that he's going to have to change because obviously the FIBA game is different than the NBA, but defenders cannot just sit in the paint in the NBA. There is a rule against that. In FIBA, you're allowed to run zones. In NBA, you can, but you can't be in the key for more than a couple of seconds. So he's going to have to learn to recover quickly or play help defense more quicker on longer steps, but he's got long legs, so he's able to do that. But we can really see here that he's able to cover that space anyways. Here he's playing help defense, that pass goes through, and he's still able to go up and get that block. That's very impressive. Now, I would love to see this kid drive in the NBA, because when he's driving towards the basket, there's not many players who are really able to stop him. Yes, he's a skinny dude, but he's got a ton of muscle, and when he attacks strong. Here he posterizes 2 players at once. But I really want to point out what he does here, and that is, watch how many dribbles it takes him to get to that rim. Only 1. Yes. We can all do this. If you're over 6 feet tall, you should be able to get to that rim with only 1 dribble. The reason being is at the pro level, and of course if you do this at the youth level, it's going to be even harder for defenders to steal that ball. But if you take too many dribbles, that slows you down. That also gives the defender more opportunities to steal the ball. So by only doing 1 dribble to get to the rim, you can get to the rim faster, but also with less of a chance of getting that ball stolen.